So the day is finally here. So finally we have all the pieces to the puzzle. Now the only thing you're gonna actually need is a screwdriver. In this case, I have one with a magnetic tip. Pro tip for you guys who haven't built yet, make sure you have one of these. It's not a necessity, but you'll definitely thank me in the long run. So now we got all that out the way, it's time to get your motherboard set. Now I went with the easiest thing first, and that's actually installing the RAM. Now what you're going to want to do is refer to your motherboard instructions to see what slots they go in. If you have more than 4 sticks in this motherboard, then you have nothing to worry about, but in my case I had to stick them in the gray slots. So next it's time to install the CPU. Not that difficult, just make sure you know the orientation. There is a little arrow on either the CPU and or the motherboard that you'll be able to identify what direction it goes in, and that's how simple it is. So next, all you have to do is get your IO shield ready, installed. So make sure you know the orientation which it's supposed to go in. It's really simple, just make sure you firmly push it in. You'll hear a couple of clicks and then you know you're set to go. Next is the motherboard. So now it's time to get that motherboard installed. You got your IO shield installed. Time to put that motherboard in. Make sure you have your standoffs already in the case. In my case, it's already in there, so all I had to do was put the motherboard down and start finding those screws to actually hold the motherboard in. So next comes the almighty power supply, and if you see a mistake that I just made was to put the power supply in the wrong direction. Now it wouldn't hurt the system right away, but eventually the airflow wouldn't be as good as it needed to be, which later on I actually did change. So now it's time to actually get the standoffs onto the motherboard so that we can prep for our cooler. Now you guys know I went with the Corsair H100i GTX. So now that we got all that situated, time to actually get the cooler all set. So all you have to do is get it situated, place it in the right direction, and screw all the screws in. So as you've seen, I went with a push-pull orientation, but either way it's gonna work out great. Time to actually put the cooler onto the CPU. So as you see, I didn't put any thermal paste on because the cooler actually has some. This being my first PC build, I really didn't feel like going through all the steps of having to wipe it down and actually put different thermal paste on, so I decided to just go with what the cooler had already. Alright, so we're coming down to the stretch, and now it's time for me to install my SSD. So I have 2 of them in there, and as you see, this case comes in with a 2.5 tray, and it holds I think 5 or 6, I don't remember, don't quote me. I have since actually upgraded to another SSD, this one being a 500 gigs, but man, I can tell you we're almost there. So the last thing you have to do is actually connect everything to it. There's one piece to the puzzle that's missing, but as you see, my cable management looks pretty good, and that's why I went with this case, because you really don't have to try too hard, because this thing will do cable management like a boss. Wow, I gotta tell you, I'm pumped up because the process is pretty much there now. The only thing left to do as far as hardware wise is to put in that GPU. Now I went with a Zotex 980 Ti, and this bad boy already comes overclocked. I mean, this thing is a monster. So last thing to do is actually put it in. Here we go. So time to actually remove the PCI Express slots. Now for some reason I decided to do 3, but in reality you only need to remove 2 of the plates. But lesson learned, I just noticed that this card was pretty humongous, and I figured it might have needed 3 slots instead of 2, but either way, just remove the 2 slots you need and you're good to go. All you have to do is actually slide that graphics card in now, and your system is pretty much built. Last thing to do is connect the wires to the graphics card to be able to power that graphics card. So let's get that done. So now it's time to see if all that hard work paid off and actually get this system turned on. So here we go. Okay, so this is the actual moment that I've been waiting for. I'm about to press the power button and fingers crossed. Okay, oh man, I got this thing pumping. I see lights, fans, Corsair logos on. Let's see if I can show you guys. Oh, I gotta turn on the monitor. Let's turn on the monitor. Come on. Oh, look at that, look at that, look at that, look at that. Victory! Yeah! Yes, I think it's delete. Enter into the BIOS mode. Oh my God. Sorry I just screamed in your guys' ears, but this is crazy. I just built a computer. I just built a computer. This is crazy. I'm getting readings. The Lex 99, it's reading everything. Got all my RAM is being shown. Very nice. Got the nice CPU fan. Oh yes, yes. So the build has come to its final completion. As you see, Tron lives. I couldn't be more satisfied. Oh, I can't complain no more and say that my system is bogging me down. The thing is fast. I'm going to be doing some benchmarking, not just like 3D Mark score, but you know, showing you some gameplay as well, because now that I have this bad boy, I'm definitely gonna get my toes wet in the PC gaming world. So if you have any suggestions of games you want to see me play, make sure you leave them down in the comments below. Also guys, I want to give shout out to 2 people that came through with this build in far as helping me out. One of them being Brian. You guys know him as Mr. Sergeant Ballistic, AK, but you can call him Brian. Well, he came through and helped me with some of the software, getting my Windows up and stuff like that. And I just want to say thank you to him. Also, I want to say thank you to Appleman, aka Carlos Delgado. You guys should follow both of them. I'm gonna leave links to both of their channels down below. They make fantastic work. So you'll be missing out if you don't sub to them. Also, shout out to Kingston for providing me with that SSD. That's part of what helped me get this build off and running. I had one sponsor that was able to sponsor me with something which led me to be able to purchase other things. So thank you to them. As you see, I got the LEDs in the background. I will be doing a video on that. They're the Hue Plus. They're fantastic. I couldn't be more happier with them. I mean, look how much character it adds to the PC. It brings the PC some soul. So I'm so stoked for having this thing, and I can't believe it's finally completed. It really does bring a tear to my eye. I'm digressing. But guys, thank you for tuning in. Again, if you like this video, please leave a thumbs up. If you want to see more of my content, make sure you subscribe so you don't miss anything else like the Hue Plus video that I'll be doing shortly. Also got a few things like upgraded keyboard, because since I'm rocking PC now, I'm going to be doing some gaming. Hopefully here soon, I got a new keyboard that I'm going to try out. So again, guys, thank you for tuning in. Like I always say, until next time, I'll see you around.